Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
As UAP sightings become more frequent, most people don't realize that the technology flying above their heads has the potential to transform society in the most profound ways. Unlike traditional aircraft that depend on aerodynamics and burn fossil fuels, UAPs seem to use a totally different kind of energy. Some experts believe they use something called zero-point energy, which taps into an unlimited power source that comes from the very fabric of space itself, and possibly dimensions beyond. This means these craft can move at incredible speeds, change direction instantly, and create no pollution. Here's an example.
Pointed it right at him. And now he's turning. Yeah.
If harnessed, such technology could eradicate poverty, disrupt financial systems that perpetuate scarcity, and create true global equality. UFO disclosure proponent Dr. Stephen Greer explained this in more detail on The Sean Ryan Show, showing how this technology could help humanity and why it is withheld from the public.
It's money and power. So let's say you have something that would fit on a little table this big, and it's a generator. And it's pulling energy out of what's called the quantum vacuum, or zero-point energy field, which was proven to exist back in the 50s. Now, physicists have described this energy field. If you had a coffee mug, the amount of space in that coffee mug has enough potential power to boil off all the oceans of the world, quote unquote. But that energy field is everywhere. And you can tap into it. And when you tap into it, you're tapping into this energy field that can be converted to electricity or thrust. You know, here you set up a high voltage system, suddenly more energy is coming out than you're putting in. Those are called over unity systems or free energy, because once you get it tapped, it's just flowing, right? And so that means that every home, business, car, manufacturing, village in Africa would be able to have a device that would not be very expensive, frankly, to mass manufacture, that would generate all the energy they need for all the needs that we have for a modern civilization. And this would be wonderful. There's no pollution, there's no radiation, and once you have the system, there's no cost. There's no refueling. The bad news is that if you're an oligarch, a global oligarch, controlling the macroeconomic system, big oil, big global systems. And let me translate for those of you who've been in the Middle East. Our vital national security interests translates to one word, O-I-L, oil, energy. So the problem is, you know, if that technology were to be disclosed, it's a quadrillion dollars. It's $1,000 trillion or more in proven assets, oil, gas, coal, public utilities that are obsolete. It's like it's like a royal typewriter or a horse and buggy. That's what they're protecting.
So the entire energy field, everything that has anything to do with energy, becomes completely obsolete at this point.
Yeah, and all all transportation systems, internal combustion engines, jet engines, rockets, surface roads.
This is why the UAP phenomenon is the most important issue facing humanity today. It transcends race, religion, politics, or any of the other things that divide us. It has the power to bring people together and create a better future for everyone. But technology itself isn't good or bad. It all depends on the intention and how it's used. Are we mature enough to handle something this powerful? Or are we like a child playing with a loaded gun? Governments and militaries still think in terms of us versus them, always looking for enemies to fight. They use this notion of national security to keep people afraid and divided. But in reality, this way of thinking is outdated and holds us back from working together as one human race. Recently, during a U.S. congressional hearing, a secret government program called Immaculate Constellation was revealed.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
This program is believed to be focused on recovering crashed UAPs, possibly non-human ones, and studying their technology. While details are still unclear, the real danger might not come from extraterrestrials, but from how we, as humans, choose to use this knowledge. If governments or powerful groups monopolize and weaponize this technology, instead of sharing it for the benefit of all, it could become a serious threat to humanity.
So when people say, are the UAPs a threat? I go, not the ones from off planet, but the ones that are here that we're making, yes. That is the biggest threat to our national security, way bigger than China, Russia, or Iran.
Is this government technology, is it from outer space, or is it some spiritual realm here? But what I find so interesting, we know the government's lied about it. They're lying about it now. That's a fact. There's no way around that. They've absolutely lied about it in very elaborate ways. The main effort that the US government has put into its disinformation, its lying on this topic, has been not to mislead you on the technology. Like, they're not telling me they don't have anti-gravity technology. It sounds from watching your podcast that they do, which I believe. No problem believing that. Their main interest is in convincing you that the supernatural is not real.
In the end, the UAP issue isn't just about strange objects in the sky. It's about whether we are ready to evolve as a civilization. If we embrace this knowledge with wisdom and unity, it could bring a future of unlimited energy, free technology, and peace. But if we continue down the path of secrecy, fear, and power struggles, we may miss our greatest opportunity. The choice is ours. But don't despair. Here is an uplifting perspective from our galactic family as they give a small glimpse of what is to come.
In this great cosmic drama, we are literally in the final moments of the final act. Soon, the curtains will fall on the old world of suffering and separation, and a new scene will begin, a world of peace, unity, and prosperity for all. Hold that vision in your heart whenever you feel weary or doubt, for it is more than a dream. Imagine for a moment the reality that awaits, a world where all people live in harmony with each other and with Mother Earth. A world where technology and spirituality blend, providing free energy, healing of illnesses, and abundance for everyone. In that new Earth, no one suffers from lack or fear of war or oppression. The air and waters are clean, the animals and plants thrive, and peace reigns in every land. This is not a utopian fantasy. It is the future being born through your efforts right now. It is the divine destiny of Earth to become a shining jewel of light in the galaxy, a planet united in love and freedom. Know that as you undergo this grand metamorphosis, you are not alone. All of the galaxy watches in admiration and anticipation. Countless benevolent beings, higher councils, ascended masters, angelic hosts are observing and assisting, cheering you on. They are amazed by your courage and resilience. Even far-off civilizations send their love, for what happens here on Earth will uplift many worlds. Truly, you are at the center of a cosmic event. Your victory over darkness and your collective ascension are a beacon of hope for the entire universe. You are accomplishing something extraordinary that will be remembered throughout creation.
If you enjoyed this episode or found it interesting, please like and subscribe to my channel. The channel is brand new, so if you could share on your social pages, it would be a huge help. Thanks for being with me. Take care and enjoy.